Track Facts are brought to you by Quaker State, the intelligent oil for longer engine life.
Remember last weekend at Bristol, during one of the pit stops, the probe on the catch can broke off for points leader Johnny Benson. That meant the overflow valve would not open, and that meant they could not get enough gasoline into the car. So this is the catch can from last week, but they've made an improvement. As you can see inside, the probe used to be just welded with a single spot in the back. That pushed out. But look at this piece of metal that they put across and welded it to. I'm telling you what, guys, this probe is not going to come loose. They shouldn't have any problems opening that relief valve.
It's 2 weeks in a row that we've had a problem with the catch can, the probe actually in the catch can. Ricky Rudd at the Michigan International Speedway in last week. The Busch race.
Today's field, 42 cars, 15 Fords, 2 Pontiacs, 25 Chevys, and 2 provisional starters. 42 started.
What's that, a Buick? What's provisionals, a Buick?
Studebaker, I think. Isn't that what Felix Sabates has, was a Studebaker?
That's what he said he had, a 43 Studebaker, yeah.
Larry Pearson leading the way, but he had pulled away by 4 or 5 car lengths, and then Johnny Benson, Fedewa and company caught him. But some of the cars that were coming in a hurry include that Caterpillar car of Ward Burton. Now watch him. He was making a move in the early laps.
And one car that you don't see in that lineup that you did when we went to break was Mark Martin. He made a pit stop in the Winn-Dixie Ford. Talk about the Caterpillar car. Look up on the outside of David Green. There we see Mark Martin with almost all the cars in the field in front of him.
Well, he has a lot of ground to make up.
Oh!
Trouble. The points. Second place man in the points, Dan Little, caught up here. And his car is badly damaged.
Boy, that will not help at all in the points chase. He was going underneath Jeff Green, and there was contact between him and Tracy Leslie's Detroit gasket car. And Little's car is heavily damaged, both front and rear, as he goes nose first into the concrete and spins it back around, tags it again. There is Tracy Leslie's MGM Detroit Gaskets car shedding parts as he tries to make his way, limping back down on the apron toward pit road.
Man, that car there, the Harris Teeter car, is hurt. Is that Chad Little that's walking out of his car? I guess that's one of his crewmen.
No, Chad's still in. In fact, he's got her going again.
I hope he hadn't left it. It's moving, BP.
There's moisture down where the car stopped, so I guess he's going to try to drive the car back behind wall. Yes.
Let's watch this once again. Here he is a little behind Jeff Green.
And Tracy Leslie tries to go on the inside and make it 3 abreast as they came off the corner. Tracy Leslie and Chad made contacts, and I'm telling you, that is hard contact with the nose of that car.
He hit it hard at the inside retaining wall. Tracy didn't hit quite as hard, it didn't appear, as Chad did, but both of them a lot of damage to their cars.
Now, another angle.
Oh.
Boy, he went straight into that thing.
And the car came off the ground. Now, Gary Cogswell and company are down there trying, actually physically pushing the car back behind the wall, and John Kernan is down there. John, how bad is the car, and what can they do?
Well, Jerry, the car is in pretty bad shape. The rear end's been pushed up quite a bit, and also no clutch, the radiator broken, and they've already got a spare radiator out. They had one right here in the pit ready to go, and now Gary Cogswell and the crew will go to work. The hood comes up, what's left of the hood. My goodness, this car is about as smashed up as you can see, or ever will see. The radiator, as part of the frame, is pushed back into the front, and I'm telling you what, I think they might be finished for the day. I'm not sure how they could get this car fixed. If they could get it fixed, how long it would take them. And the engine is also, I'm told, the engine is gone, so it looks like the day is over for Chad Little, and this is really going to hurt in his drive to win the Busch Grand National Points Championship.
Yeah, we can see the drivers, the crewmen, hustling around the car trying to get it up, and then all of a sudden they started walking very, very slow. Once again, we'll watch and just see the impact Chad hits the inside wall with, and Ned, I think that the frame has got to be too bent to repair.
Yes, it's as hard as he hit that wall head on, the front clip on the car, as we say, it's got to be bad. Let's go back to the pits and John.
Well, Chad Little's taking his helmet off, and Chad doesn't look good. What happened?
Well, just got together with a 3-car, and I had a position underneath him there, and we made a little contact, and then I got bumped from behind and sent me spinning coming out of turn 4. Just good hard racing, I guess. One of those things.
And you're not going to be able to fix the car?
The car's hurt pretty bad. The oil pump off it, I guess, and the front clips moved over. The car's hurt pretty bad, so we're probably done. It's a shame, too, because, this hurts our points quite a bit. But you can't give up. We'll just have to come back and try again next week, right?
That's right. Chad Little still manages a smile even after his misfortune.
Well, there are 5 events remaining after today, but that point battle is going to be very steeply uphill from here on out. Let's replay once again this incident, bringing out the second caution flag today. Now, watch how they're lined up.
Of course, that's Chad Little, the number 23, right behind the 3-car of Jeff Green. Green looks like he might have got a little bit loose there coming off the turn. Chad makes a hard left, but here was Tracy Leslie, car number 72, coming up on the inside, and they make contact and head straight to the inside retaining wall.
This will be the 4th DNF of 1995 for Chad Little. His last one came 14 races ago at Hickory Speedway. Back with more in just a moment. Back in Darlington, South Carolina, there is Tracy Leslie's heavily damaged Detroit Gasket Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Now, he was 13th in the point standing, so he wants to try to get back out if he can and get some more points. See him working on the front of the car. There's Jimmy Spencer. He was in the pits a moment ago for a pit stop. Let's go to Bill Weber.
Jerry, the locker on the rear end had come loose, and that's what caused Spencer to hit the wall earlier in this race. He didn't do much damage when he hit the wall, and now they're looking at that wreck as a blessing in disguise because he would have been right in the middle of that most recent caution. They've got the locker tightened back up, and they think Spencer's good to go.
Restart, lap 16, second caution flag today over, and Johnny Benson being shown as our leader as they shuffle off in turn 2. Let's check in as the field goes back to green. Let's check in with John Kernan.
Well, Jerry, Stevie Reeves was back in again. It was mostly sheet metal damage from that earlier incident with him, and they've tried to bang the spoiler up the rear of the car to get it right back into the air. Now, as far as Mark Martin pitting on that first caution, they took a rubber out of the right front, made a track bar adjustment. Bobby Leslie tells me that Mark thinks the track is going to tighten up, so they wanted to loosen that car up a little bit, trying to look ahead and take advantage of the early caution. Now let's go to Kyle Petty.
Standing in Tracy Leslie's pit, he was in the wreck with Chad Little. They had 4 flat tires. They come in, and you can see, right here on pit road, there's a huge puddle of water. The 4 flat tires is not their major problem. They've got some body damage, just superficial body damage. They've got a hole in the radiator. They can't figure out where it's at. They don't have another one sitting here in the pits. They've sent to the truck to get one. Hopefully they'll get a caution and get to change it before too much longer.
We see Jason Keller's moved into second place, so Larry Pearson, pole sitter, easing back towards through the back of the field, towards the rear of the field, I should say.
Here's a scramble back in the pack. Randy LaJoy makes a move beneath Kenny Wallace, and David Green, the Slim Jim car, will follow him by, and they're battling for position.
Yes, they are. And Kenny Wallace was in the 6th position. He now has moved back to 8th. And I mentioned just before that caution came out that he was moving up. He was going forward, but right now we saw him going backwards a little bit. There's Mark Martin towards the end of that pack. Mark has moved up to about the top 15 now.
You see Ward Burton in the Caterpillar car, marching towards the front. That's Speedwell, the outside pole sitter he just went by, the 55.
Give Martin about 22nd place. I said top 15. He's not quite up that far yet.
Well, what a job Ward Burton is doing in that car number 95, as you mentioned. Butch Anderson, the company, really had that car glued to the racetrack.
Rodney Combs in the 43.
It looks like Terry Labonte is having a problem in the MW Windows, car number 14.
We have heard that there may have been a puff of smoke out of the car. How about it, John?
Well, the report is Terry's radioed in and told his crew that he's lost his cylinder, so he's only running on 7 cylinders. At first, they thought it was an ignition problem, but they made the switch, and it seems to be something internal, perhaps a valve spring.
And we see that Larry Pearson lost another spot to Ward Burton. He's now back in 4th. That's the 92 car. Pearson. Speedwell is 5th. and Randy LaJoy in the 64 car. John Kernan, what's going on with Larry Pearson?
Well, I just talked to Ryan Pemberton, his crew chief, and he tells me the car is just a tad bit on the loose side. And as you well know, if your car's loose here at Darlington, you do not push it.
No, you sort of drive gingerly around this racetrack. There's Speedway really working on Pearson as they come off the turn 2. And if it's loose in turns 1 and 2, Benny, it's really going to be loose in 3 and 4.
Exactly.
Hey, Chevy.
The microphone open in the pits. John Kernan talking to the truck.
22 laps complete of 147, which comprises 200-mile event at Darlington, South Carolina. You see how tough this track has been all weekend on these competitors. They slip and slide here on this 1.366 mile oval. There's LaJoy once again. Pearson, the 92 car, speed of 155. They are 4th, 5th, and 6th.
LaJoy putting some heat on Speedway. Duraloo car that LaJoy is driving, the red number 64.
Tracy Leslie is heading back out into the action after repairs on his car. As Speedway, Speedway has to look to the inside as LaJoy looked like he was going to come that way, but couldn't quite get the run he needed.
No, he wanted to so bad, but he couldn't quite make it. He even looked underneath, thought about trying to do it up in the middle of the corner, couldn't do it.
These guys are not losing too much to the leader right now. You see they're running fairly close with them, so maybe Pearson, he might be picking up a little bit on those cars after he had dropped back there for a few laps. And he's pulling away from Speedway.
I think Speedway's got his hands full right now. And right behind these, here's the Wallace brothers going at it. That's Kenny Wallace in the Red Dog car, the number 8, and Mike Wallace in the Duron Paint, number 9, followed by Jeff Green in the 3, the Goodwrench Chevrolet. And here goes Mike trying to get on the inside of his little brother. Back to the lead.
That battle was for 8th, 9th, and 10th. Meanwhile, back up front, Jason Keller, who won at Indianapolis Raceway Park, got his first ever series victory. This is only his 2nd full year on the tour. Talking about the Budget Gourmet Chevrolet running in 2nd spot. He looks to the inside.